dear students, now today we are taking the another topic of the standard 11 chapter 2. In this chapter we will take the new topic dimensional analysis. So what is the dimensional analysis method and what are the uses of the dimensional analysis method? Let us take dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis, it is the method of obtaining the solutions to some several problems in physics by using the formula is called the dimensional analysis. So dimensional analysis, it is one type of the method to obtain the solution of the problem of the physics by using the dimensional formula, that is known as the dimensional analysis. Now let us take dimensional formula. What is the meaning of the dimensional formula? When a physical quantity is expressed with appropriate power or exponent of m, l, t, k, a, then such an expression for physical quantity is called the dimensional formula. So dimensional formula can be expressed by the symbol bracket. Now dimension, the power or the exponent of m, l, t are called the dimension of that quantity. Let us take the example 1, velocity. Velocity is given by the displacement upon time. So dimensional formula of the velocity is given by bracket v is equal to bracket d upon bracket t. So the dimensional formula of the displacement is L1. Its power is 1 here, so L1 upon T1. It is expressed as a L1 T minus 1. Here there is no mass comes in the equation, so the power of the mass is taken as m0. M raised to 0 is equal to 1. In mathematics we know x raised to 0 is 1. So here also we can write m raised to 0, that is the 1. So it is given by m0 L1 T minus 1. Second example of the linear momentum. We know linear momentum is the mass into velocity. So dimensional formula of the linear momentum is given by dimensional formula of the mass into dimensional formula of the velocity. Dimensional formula of the mass, here power is 1, so it is the m1. Velocity, it is the L1 T minus 1. So dimensional formula of the momentum is given by m1 L1 T minus 1. Third, kinetic energy. It is given by 1 by 2 m mass into velocity square. So kinetic energy dimensional formula is given by the k is equal to dimensional formula of the 1 by 2 dimensional formula of the mass into dimensional formula of the v raised to 2. So here 1 by 2 it is the number, so it is the constant. The constant has no dimension, so it is taken as the m0 L0 T0. m1 here L1 T minus 1 raised to 2. So it is written as the m1 L2 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of the kinetic energy. Now dear friends, we are taking the uses of dimensional analysis. So the first use, second use and the third use are as. Now here the first use, to obtain the relation between the units of some physical quantity in two different system of unit. So here in the first use we are taking the relation between the units of some physical quantity in two different system of unit. Here two different system of the unit may be MKS, CGS. Second, to check the dimensional consistency of an equation connecting different physical quantity. So dimensionally the equation is correct or not, that we can check by using this method. Third, to derive an equation for a physical quantity in terms of other related physical quantity. Some quantities depend on other quantities. So we can relate that quantities in terms of other related quantity. So these are the three uses. Now let us take the first use to obtain the relation between the units of physical quantity in two different system of unit. Okay, now let us take the first use to obtain the relation between the units of a physical quantity in two different system of unit. So here we are taking the one example. Let us take the dimensional formula for the work. So work is force into displacement. The dimensional formula of the force is m1 l1 t minus 2 and dimensional formula of the distance is l1. So the dimensional formula of the work is given by m1 l2 t minus 2. Dimensional formula of the work is equal to the dimensional formula of the kinetic energy as well as the potential energy. Energy, work, their dimensional formula are the same. So here work. So in the MKS system and in CGS system, we are taking the comparison between the mass, length and time quantity in terms of their unit. So mass in MKS system in terms of the kilogram, in CGS 10 raised to 3 gram, length L meter, here 100 centimeter, 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. So 10 raised to 2 L, it is written as 10 raised to 2 L. Time second, it is remain same in the CGS also, 10 raised to 0 T second. So work dimensional formula is the m1 l2 t minus 2. So here m1 l2 t minus 2 in MK system is taken as the 1 joule is equal to in CGS instead of m we have to write the 10 raised to 3 m. The unit is gram. L 10 raised to 2 L unit centimeter and time is second. So 10 raised to 3 m raised to exponent 1, 10 raised to 2 L raised to exponent 2, 10 raised to 0 t exponent minus 2 is equal to 10 raised to 3 m1 into 10 raised to 4 L2 is into t raised to minus 2. So the 10 raised to power is added because this is the multiplication of the 10 raised to n. So 10 raised to 3 plus 4 m1 l2 t minus 2 is equal to 10 raised to 7 m1 l2 t minus 2. So it is the 10 raised to 7 CGS unit of the work. So we can write MKS unit of the work is equal to 10 raised to 7 CGS unit of the work. So 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 erg. Joule, it is the MKS unit of the work and erg is the CGS unit of the work. So we can write 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to 7 erg. Now another use, second use we are taking. So in the second use, to verify the dimensional consistency of an equation connecting different physical quantities. So in this use we are going to verify the equation is dimensionally correct or not. So in any equation relating different physical quantities, if the dimensions of terms of on both sides are same, then that equation is said to be consistent dimensionally or it is correct dimensionally. Let us take the one example. Force is equal to, equation given for the force is equal to mv square upon r, where m is mass, v is velocity, r is the radius of the circular path. The force is act on the particle which is moving circularly. So here force, that is the left hand side equations. The left hand side is equal to dimensional formula of the force is equal to m1 l2 l1 t minus 2, first equation. On the right hand side we are taking the dimensional formula of the mass into dimensional formula of the velocity raised to 2 upon dimensional formula of the radius is equal to m1 l2 t minus 2. upon L1. So it is written as m1 L2 minus 1 T minus 2 is equal to m1 L1 T minus 2. So it is the second equation. So here first equation and second equation, their m, l and t's dimension are correct, equal or the same. 1 1 1 1 minus 2 minus 2. So equation 1 is equal to equation 2. So we can say it is dimensionally correct equation. Another example, let us take the one equation is given for the pressure is H rho g into T, where H is the height, rho is the density, g is the gravitational acceleration and T is the time. So pressure is what that we know, pressure is force upon area. So dimensional formula of the pressure is given by the m1 L1 T minus 2 upon L square. So it is the m1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So now we have to check that m1 L minus 1 T minus 2 is also become correct for the right hand side or not. So for the right hand side, H, rho, g and T, their dimensional formula are for H L1, for density rho m1 L minus 3, it density is mass per volume, gravitational acceleration g, it is L1 T minus 2, and for the time T1. So right hand side is given by the dimensional formula of the H into dimensional formula of the rho into g into T. L1 m1 L minus 3, L1 T minus 2, T1. So m1 L raised to 1 minus 3 plus 1, T raised to minus 2 plus 1. So right hand side is given by m1 L minus 1 T minus 1. So here the power of m is 1, is same in equation 1 and 2. Power of L is minus 1, is same in the equation 1 and 2, but power of T is not same. In equation 1 it is minus 2 and in equation 2 it is minus 1. So we can say LHS is not equal to RHS. So the given equation P equal to H rho GT is not dimensionally correct equation. Now we can take another third use, last use of the dimensional analysis method. Now let us take the third method and the use of the method to obtain the equation for a physical quantity in terms of another physical quantity. So here we are relating the one quantity with the other quantities. One quantity which is depend on other quantities, then we can derive that equation. Example, periodic time T, capital T of the simple pendulum is depend on the length of the pendulum, the mass small m of the pendulum bob, and the gravitational acceleration small g. So here we can suppose that T, periodic time capital T, proportional to m raised to a, l raised to b, g raised to c. Here small a, b, c are belongs to capital R universal number. So here T is given by proportionality constant k, m raised to a, l raised to b, g raised to c. So this is the first equation where k is constant of proportionality. Now here left hand side we are comparing the left side and right side dimensional formula. So left hand side dimensional formula T is equal to m0 l0 t raised to 1 first. On the right hand side is given by dimensional formula of the k, m raised to a, l raised to b, g raised to c is equal to m0 l0 t0 dimensional. Here we are taking k, it is a dimensionless constant, so it is m0 l0 t0. Mass raised to a, so m raised to a, l raised to b, g l1 t minus 2, l1 t minus 2 raised to c. So it is equal to m raised to a, l raised to b, l raised to c, t raised to minus 2c. So right hand side equation is given by m raised to a l raised to b plus c t raised to minus 2c. This is the second equation. So now we compare both the equations dimension m0 l0 t1 is equal to m raised to a b l raised to b plus c t raised to minus 2c. So 0 is equal to a, 0 is equal to b plus c, and 1 is equal to minus 2c. So from this equation we get a equal to 0, c is equal to minus 1 by 2, and by putting the value of the c in this equation b plus c equal to 0, we get the b equal to plus 1 by 2. Now put this a, b, c value in the first equation. So we get t equal to k m raised to 0 l raised to 1 by 2 g raised to minus 1 by 2. So t is given by k root l upon g. So here we don't know what is the k, but experimentally we got the value of the k is equal to 2 pi. So this value is given in the statement whenever it is asked. So t is given by 2 pi root l upon g. So this is the formula of the periodic time of the simple pendulum. So in this way we can relate the one equation or one quantity with the other quantities. So these are the three uses. Now there are some limitations of the dimensional analysis. What is the limitations of the dimensional analysis? We can only write the equation in terms of the MLT or in terms of the MLTA. A is for the ampere. So more than 3 terms in the equation we cannot write by using this method. That is the first limitation. Second limitation, information about dimensionless constant is not obtained by this method. Here in this example k, it is the proportionality constant, so we cannot have any information about the k using this method. By experiment we get the value of the k, but we can't obtain its information using this method. Third, we can't use this dimensional analysis method, can't use for trigonometric equation, exponential or the logarithm function. Example, y equal to a sin omega t plus kx, y equal to a raised to minus bt by 2m. So for this type of the equation which are comes in the waves and the oscillations chapter, we cannot use this dimensional analysis method for this type of the function of the equation. Fourth, it is not useful method if there is a dimensional constant present in the equation. Suppose if you are taking the gravitational force equation, so F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. m1 m2 are the mass of the objects, r is the distance between m1 and m2 mass, and F is the force, gravitational force. So here proportionality constant is the gravitational constant capital G, and it is the dimensional constant. So we cannot use this method because already here dimensional constant is given. So this is the limitation of the dimensional analysis method. And this is the last theory of this chapter. And in the exercise, the questions are given based on this dimensional analysis method. So try to solve that exercise question.